With a resounding cheer, the crowd raised their arms in celebration. They had finally arrived at the dream city of New York. At the time, America was developing rapidly, hailed as a land of gold and opportunity. People flocked from all corners of the world, eager to chase their dreams of wealth. As the ship docked at the harbor, passengers poured out in a rush. Yet, one man, a black boiler worker named Danny, lingered in the upper-class cabins. He's trying to find the treasure that the rich people left behind, but found a surprise on the piano.
What in the scuts you doing here?
Danny couldn't ignore the child and decided to take him in, naming him with special care.
I found him the first month of the first year of this friggin' new century. So I calls him 1900!
Over time, the boy grew up, bringing joy to the crew's otherwise monotonous life at sea. They all doted on him except for the serious captain, who constantly threatened to send him off the ship. One fateful day, tragedy struck. During a storm, a swinging hook fell and struck Danny on the back of his head. He held on for 3 days before succumbing to his injuries. The crew held a burial at sea on the deck, bidding a tearful farewell to Danny. It was on that same day that the boy, named 1900, heard the enchanting music from the first-class cabin for the first time. The mesmerizing notes seemed to cast a spell on him, drawing him out of the lower deck. He crawled through the corridors and into the grand hall, where he laid eyes on the piano, his lifelong companion, for the very first time. Without Danny's protection, the captain decided to send 1900 to an orphanage. Yet, despite their thorough search of the ship, the crew found no trace of him. It was as if he had vanished into thin air. Then, late one night, the captain was jolted awake, thinking the ship was sinking. Instead, he found 1900 sitting in the hall, playing the piano. His fingers moved deftly across the keys, and the beautiful melody left everyone in awe. The captain, gazing at the dirt-covered boy, had countless questions. Where had you been all this time? Who taught you to play the piano? But constrained by his stern demeanor, he only managed to blurt out a few words.
1900. All of this is entirely against the regulations.
Fuck the regulations.
Years later, 1900 had become the ship's chief pianist.